Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm taking you along on my epic 5-day adventure through Beijing, China. From climbing the Great Wall and wandering the historic palaces, to trying authentic Peking duck, you won't want to miss a second of this trip. Let's get into it. We'll depart from Hong Kong International Airport at 9 a.m. and arrive in Beijing at 11 a.m. with a flight duration of 3 hours. Next, we need to check in our luggage and board a bus to reach the Air China aircraft. Since it's a small plane, we'll have to walk to it.
I will be taking the Boeing 737 MAX 8 to Beijing. I will be seating at the window seat, which is a great spot to see the sights of China. Although there are no personal TVs on this flight, there is a TV that hangs down and plays some videos about visiting China, and I'm looking forward to the in-flight meal. Today I will be eating a savory chicken and rice dish with vegetables, a small salad, fresh fruit, and a bun, all paired with a Coke. We have now landed in Beijing after a 3-hour flight. Now, let's take a quick look at Beijing.
Boasting a long and profound history, Beijing exudes a unique charm and endless allure.
This is Beijing.
The city is home to 8 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Countless urban cultural classics were born here. And a brilliant and splendid city civilization has been inherited and continued. These facets collectively render this ancient city exceptionally beautiful and distinctive. The central axis of Beijing boasts a rich history of more than 700 years and profoundly influences the urban order and layout of the capital city, serving as the central emblem of ancient Beijing. It stands as the longest and most intact ancient urban axis in the world.
客官里边请。
Now, let's check out our hotel. We're staying at the Ibis Hotel in the Chaoyang district. It usually costs between 340 Hong Kong dollars and 550 Hong Kong dollars per night. And there's a shopping mall just a 15-minute walk away. Since I'm traveling with a friend, we booked a twin room, which came out to a great deal at just 281 Hong Kong dollars. Our room comes with a private bathroom and shower, a TV, and a closet to hang up our jackets. For power, the hotel uses Type A, C, and I plugs. Luckily, I brought an adapter, so charging my phone is easy. They provide complimentary bottled water based on occupancy. Since there are 2 of us, we get 4 free bottles every day. They also supply body wash and shower gel. You can even get a free toothbrush and toothpaste, but you do have to ask the front desk for them. Just a heads up, don't expect much of a view from the windows here. Day 2. Day 2 today, we will be visiting the Summer Palace first. This is the Summer Palace. The Summer Palace, known as Yihiyuan, which translates to the Garden of Preserving Harmony, is much more than a postcard-perfect spot with a massive lake and a temple-covered hill. It's a 270-year story of love, war, and scandal. Emperor Qianlong built it in 1750 as a 60th birthday gift for his mother, expanding Kunming Lake to mimic Hangzhou's West Lake. But in 1860, Anglo-French forces burned the original garden to the ground. For 28 years, it lay in ruins. Then Empress Dowager Cixi rebuilt it in 1888, renaming it the Summer Palace. To fund this lavish reconstruction, she diverted millions of silver taels meant for China's navy. That decision helped sink the fleet in the 1895 Sino-Japanese War. The proof sits on the lake. The marble boat, a stone paddle wheeler that cannot move. Cixi used it as a tea pavilion while the real navy rusted. Despite this dark history, the palace is a masterpiece. The long corridor stretches 728 meters with 14,000 painted scenes. The Tower of Buddhist Incense survived the fire and still stands on Longevity Hill. Today, locals come here to dance, sing, and fly kites. The Summer Palace outlived the empire that built it. Beauty and folly, peace and turmoil, all built from the same stones. Our next destination is the legendary Tiananmen Square right in the center of Beijing. Before we head in, here's some important practical info. Tiananmen Square is a restricted public space, so you need to book your spot in advance. The great news is that entry is completely free. I highly recommend booking at least 7 days before your visit through the official WeChat mini program. Don't forget to bring your original passport on the day because security will check it. Now let's dive into the history. Tiananmen Square, which means Gate of Heavenly Peace Square, is one of the largest public squares in the world, covering an area of about 440,000 square meters, big enough to hold up to 1 million people during major events. The Tiananmen Gate itself has a long history, originally built during the Ming Dynasty in 1420, but the square as we know it today was greatly expanded after the founding of the People's Republic of China. On October 1st, 1949, Chairman Mao Zedong stood atop the Tiananmen Gate and solemnly proclaimed the founding of the People's Republic of China to the world. That historic moment took place right here and marked the beginning of a new era in Chinese history. Since then, Tiananmen Square has become the symbolic heart of modern China. It has hosted countless major national events and celebrations. This is also a key venue where world leaders from around the globe come for important state visits, diplomatic meetings, and grand ceremonies. Every year, especially during National Day on October 1st, China holds spectacular large-scale military parades right in the square. These parades are famous worldwide for their incredible scale, perfectly synchronized troops marching in formation, advanced military equipment on display, aircraft flying overhead, and an overwhelming sense of national pride and unity. In the center of the square stands the towering monument to the people's heroes, which honors those who sacrificed their lives for the nation. On the north side is the iconic portrait of Chairman Mao overlooking the square. To the west is the Great Hall of the People, and to the east is the National Museum of China. Together, these landmarks make Tiananmen Square not just a tourist spot, but a living monument to China's past, present, and future. Whether you visit during the flag-raising ceremony in the early morning or see it lit up beautifully at night, it's an unforgettable experience. Now, our next destination is the Palace Museum in the Forbidden City. It is just behind Tiananmen Square, so it is very convenient to go to. You can literally walk from one to the other in just a few minutes. It's the perfect way to continue your Beijing adventure without wasting any time. Now, get ready because this place is absolutely mind-blowing. The Forbidden City, also known as the Palace Museum or Gugong, is one of the most spectacular imperial palaces ever built on Earth. Construction started in 1406 during the Ming Dynasty under Emperor Yongle and was completed in 1420. That's over 14 years of massive effort involving more than 1 million workers, countless artisans, and incredible engineering. This enormous complex covers 72 hectares, roughly the size of 100 football fields, with over 980 surviving buildings and nearly 9,000 rooms. For almost 500 years, it served as the imperial palace and political heart of China for both the Ming and Qing dynasties. A total of 24 emperors lived, ruled, and made history from here, surrounded by their families, thousands of concubines, eunuchs, and court officials. Imagine this. For centuries, ordinary people were completely forbidden from entering these walls. If you tried, it could mean death. That's why it's called the Forbidden City. It was the ultimate private world of the emperors, full of mystery, power, and luxury. Walking through its massive gates today feels like stepping into a living time machine filled with golden dragons, glowing red walls, and endless traditional architecture that seems to stretch forever. One of the coolest things is how everything here is packed with deep symbolism. The number 9 appears everywhere because it represents eternity and supreme power in Chinese culture. Just look at the doors with their 9 rows of 9 golden studs. The roofs are covered in bright yellow glazed tiles, the emperor's exclusive color. And there are literally thousands of dragon motifs carved and painted all over the palace, watching over everything like powerful guardians. In the center stands the magnificent Hall of Supreme Harmony, the largest wooden structure in China and the most important building in the whole complex. This is where emperors held grand ceremonies, received foreign envoys, ascended the throne, and celebrated major events. Picture the emperor sitting high on his dragon throne, surrounded by thick incense, ceremonial music, and hundreds of officials kneeling before him. It must have been an awe-inspiring and intimidating sight. After the Qing dynasty fell, the last emperor Huai finally left the palace in 1924. Then, on October 10, 1925, the Palace Museum was officially established and opened its doors to the public for the first time. This year actually marks its 100th anniversary as a public museum, which makes your visit even more meaningful and special. Today, the Palace Museum houses over 1.8 million priceless artifacts: ancient jade, bronzes, paintings, calligraphy, imperial robes, clocks, and even the furniture used by the emperors. Some treasures are rotated in exhibitions because there's simply too much to display at once. As you wander through the endless courtyards, you'll be amazed by the giant bronze lion statues guarding the entrances, the beautiful marble bridges, the serene imperial gardens, and those massive water vats that once protected the palace from fires. Every corner has a fascinating story waiting to be discovered. The atmosphere here is truly unique, vast, majestic, and filled with the weight of over 600 years of history. If you visit early in the morning when the light hits the golden roofs just right, or on a quieter weekday, it feels almost magical, like you have this ancient imperial world all to yourself. This spot is not just another tourist attraction. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a true masterpiece of Chinese architecture and culture. Coming here right after Tiananmen Square gives you such a powerful one-two punch. Modern Chinese history followed by ancient imperial glory. If your legs start to feel tired, that's totally normal. This place is huge. Take breaks, soak it all in. Maybe grab an audio guide or join a small group tour to uncover even more hidden secrets and legends. Trust me, you're going to leave here completely amazed, inspired, and already planning your next trip back. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching part 1 of the Beijing series. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss part 2 and part 3 when they drop. Drop a comment below and tell me, what was your favorite moment so far in this series? Or if you've been to Beijing, what's one place I absolutely need to visit next time? Part 2 is already out. Go watch it now if you haven't. Lots more adventures are coming your way. Thank you again for joining me on this journey. See you in the next one. Safe travels.